Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Game, and we are returning to Let's Play of Humankind. And we have a little bit of an urban sprawl going on in some of our cities, as you can see over here. And that does lead to some problems, because we have just declared war on the Persians. That does mean that we do no longer benefit from the trade that had been ongoing before. And that's a bit of a bummer, because that does mean our stability is going down. We don't have as many luxuries anymore. And the stability of some of our cities is starting to look a little bit dire. So what we're going to do is we're going to build some garrisons and things like that, which hopefully at least are going to stabilize the situation a little bit. But I do think we also have to think about our technology. We are currently researching uranium enrichment, and that's kind of nice, but it's not really what we really completely need. We do need stability. So I think it's going to be useful to research microbiology first. That does give us a stability per population. That's already pretty significant. And then stability per researchers. For some of our cities, this is going to be great. And I think we also should think about urban planning. Two things, really. One is the police force, which is going to increase our stability on garrisons. That should be huge. But the other effect is here the urban administrator with +1 city cap. And I'm going to say why I think that is significant in just a second here, because we are currently over our city cap, and that's not great, but it's working out kind of okay. Just 1 hour over city cap is fine. But I do think that this first wave of the war here is going to be finished fairly soon, and that does mean we'll need to think about whether we want to keep these cities, whether we want to burn them completely to the ground, or anything in between. What I am thinking is that probably we want to keep at least one of these cities due to all of these benefits that we're getting from the gemstone, silk and so on. That has been stabilizing our city somewhat, and I want to retain that benefit for the time being. So I think it's good to get at least 1 city cap increasing over here. Oh, by the way, what are you guys doing? You're feeling jealous at this point. Well, we are trading. They had grievances against us. Now, did you? We've got a grievance against them. Paja. I don't know. By the way, one of the good things is that our religion seems to be coming back to our lands now that the trade has finished. So that's a good development. Let's see what we can do about that. You guys up over here, have you been burning down this thing? Yeah, you have. Well, I did not intend to do that, but you know what? Now that you've done that, that's going to be alright. I think we do need to send you down here in the south, though. So, yeah, let's see about that. We're going to end the turn here and see how the Persians are going to be able to go around here. They've got a lot of fleets, especially in this vicinity here. So, let's try whether we can... You know what? I think what we should do first is take this group of U-boats, of submarines, and send them towards the west coast here, because I think the west coast has been a little bit too weak in the past here. Right, let's send you down south here, and then we're going to attack from the south, hoping to drive these guys north when they do retreat, which I think they inevitably will. Yes, they do. But that should send them into the arms of this fleet. I suppose at this point we can think about splitting our fleets here a little bit, but let's start out with the battle here. They cannot withdraw, we're going to end the deployment, and then we're just going to send a couple of torpedoes into all of these ships. That should deal with them very nicely. There we go. That's a good victory. All of these guys have been burned down now. We do have some reinforcements here in the form of tanks. Let's move these guys forward. You guys can attack this ship down here. Driving them down to the south, that's good, but not really sufficient. Okay, you guys are here. We've got 2 armies currently. I think it would be good to send you to the north and try to raid them a little bit there. I'm hoping that we're not going to stumble into any unwelcome attention there, but we'll need to see. Right, 6 idle cities, including Kerma. Now, can you build more uranium? Yeah, you can. No one else can. You can't build more uranium than that. Now we've researched. What did we just research? I think we researched. Whoop, where's it? Uranium enrichment, right? That does only give us uranium in science, but we actually need nuclear fission to actually be getting any benefit from that. But okay, that's going to be alright. So you're going to build that first. That's only going to take you a short while. Your stability is looking fine. So we don't actually need to be concerned over here too much. We are losing a little bit of money. I don't think we need the train station here. Infrastructure, stability per researcher. We don't have any researchers here at the moment. But I don't think we need necessarily more U-boats. Nor do I think we need more tanks. You do have a single garrison here. So that's already kind of okay. You know what? Let's do a festival. And that should be a good addition of influence, because I'm feeling our influence is still way too low. Industry here in Mechanics seems to be becoming better a little bit, so that's nice to see. Anything else then that we need to do in that regard? I don't think so. You guys seem to be doing mostly fine. We can clear some ruins, I suppose. Although that's not really a priority. We could build a little bit more industry. What are we getting? 63. 63, it's pretty good, isn't it? Yeah, that's only 1,000. 58 and some money. Oh yeah, we're always gonna get the money. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think that's a good combination here. Let's build it up like that, and then let's try to get a little bit more money just on main plaza. I don't think you do have any ongoing trade. Well, some, but honestly not that much, so it's not that relevant. I do think you should be building a single garrison somewhere. And we can pretty much build that out anywhere, and I do prefer to have them a little bit out of the way. So yeah, that should also give you a little bit of stability. We can then build the police force, the city watch I mean. Flat out science bonus, really not that useful. Food, yeah, I think you can do with a little bit more food. Yeah, why not over here? It's a nice adjacency bonus. Good. Babylon, you were building up science. Your stability is looking fine still. Science per researcher starting to become a little bit more relevant. Not fully, of course, but somewhat. Let's continue to build out the science quarters here, because I want to blitz through science a little bit faster. Also, you don't have any uranium or anything. Yeah, but that should be done fairly quickly. How much do you cost? 1,900. Yeah, you know what? I think this is slightly lower priority. And then Ashura, you guys, your stability is starting to look a little bit better. Let's do build the city watch to make sure that we are getting the most here from our garrison. And I guess we can build another garrison somewhere. Let's do build it out somewhere here in these frostlands. You know what? Let's pretend that it's just going to watch over this uranium mine, which actually has the highest priority here. And that should give us some bonuses here. That's good. Right, Naptai, you guys just finished this thing too. Let's build out the city watch. Let's do build a uranium mine if you can. We can still build a hamlet. Plus 30 industry. How much is this? A lot more. Yeah, that's fine. You are getting an event here. The Great Smog. We can dismiss that for collectivism, I think. No, individualism, actually. Oh, interesting. A little bit more industry. We can go innovative. A little bit more food. Cost us a little bit of money, but we are going to get some science. We can try to regulate that. No. I think innovate is great. Let's try to do that. Anything else that we need to do here? No, your stability is looking fine, so I think that's good. Norsos, your stability is also looking pretty good. You can build a uranium mine somewhere, so let's do it. You can't build a city watch. Let's try to get... Yeah, why not build it over here? Well, because we're gonna get some negative effects. Why is that? Well, let's do place it over here. It's not that much, but we are gonna get a little bit more influence, so that's cool too. And then you can start to build some other things. Oh, Knossos, I was mistaking you for a second here for another city. Yeah, you are pretty much research focused, actually. Food on harbour doesn't really make that much of a difference, neither does make money on harbour. But I suppose we could build yet another harbour completely, right? Right up over here for a little bit more food. Yeah, you know what, let's do it. And then, no, not this. This and that. Money on main plaza. That's fine. Good. Back to our units then. Right, so you guys over here. Could you actually be burning this down? No, because they don't trade. You're just a little bit too far away. Let's try to get a hold here on this continent. You, for some reason, can't really move that far. I think most of you guys have been moving as part of the order that basically tells you to do that. Right. Order that tells you to do that. Any order is telling you to do something. Well, okay, I think ultimately we're going to keep this city. I think we are going to try to keep this city down here as well. How close are you to giving up?
Tell me what is on your mind.
Around 3 to 4 turns. If we were to burn this down now, I think that would kind of work. Let's do it. Let's do it, and then we're going to try to reattach it sort of immediately. Right, you guys, we have control over pretty much all of this terrain. Where do we want to go? I think we want to go as far over here as possible. Drive over there. I love these tanks. The only thing that really bugs me is that these are Soviet tanks and they do have that sort of white star over there as if it was a US army tank. Not entirely sure what that model is representing. I think it's a T-34. Certainly the cover art was a T-34. But the slope here seems to me a little bit too low. And I'm not entirely sure on the turrets and stuff. I don't know. Well, we are going to see though. So you guys, can you land somewhere over here really? Pretty much no. Right, we can send you over there. We've got a couple of horsemen here. Let's send you guys on board here. What have we got there? Man of war. Interesting. So this is going to be a fight that we're not necessarily going to win. The Carracks are, I think, weaker than the men of war. But we can still drive them off, so that's nice. Right, okay, let's have you guys... Oh, there is a haven over here, which we could burn down, right? Maybe let's not do that. Let's maybe instead try to come over here. By the way, why don't we have control over this territory? We do. Because it's counting towards Sidon. I think we did see a ship that was going south here, right? Yeah. There they are. They're not going to take that fight anyway. No, they are. Oh, because, yeah, we did send them away last turn, so... There we go. I should have split that off, actually. Speaking of, let's actually split this group here in two. Exactly like that, yeah. Right, there we go. You guys can go to the north to cover these guys there. You guys can do that too, just go a little bit to the left there, that's alright. And then these tanks, where are we going to come on shore? Yeah, I think we can try to come over on shore here. I think the northern route there is a little bit more critical than any of the other ones. Good, okay, so that all works out. What are we going to do here then? I think you should be... Do we want to come around here and leave these guys where they are? I think that is a potential way to do things. We can also just try to burn down stuff here. No, I think the tanks should be in the forefront and then the cavalry, they're going to be the ones to burn things down. What is this? It's an admin center. Well, we can certainly burn that down. Coffee we don't care about. Instance we don't care about that much. Okay, yeah, let's try to burn it down. And then we've got another civic. Political entitlement. Money on main plaza, strength on militia. These things really not that useful. Some of them would be really fantastic to actually get, but it's very difficult to amass the amount of influence that we need. Influence on Maker's Quarter. I would love to get that, but we are getting influence so slowly. And there's very little that we can do about that, actually. So, Napta, you guys were building the City Watch. That's cool. We are researching microbiology, so that should be done fairly soon. Your food situation is great. Everything is great here. We just need you to basically wait a little bit. So, why not do a ceremony here to get some more influence? And in Atusha, let's get the City Watch, and you know what, let's get a watchtower, just to get a little bit more vision, just in case anything really funky happens. We are losing money, but at a speed where I think we're not actually losing that, we're just needing to pillage a little bit. No sauce. Let's do increase some money, let's do increase some stability. Yeah, that should be nice. Anything else here for science? Yeah, I think all of the remaining fields here, except for this one, would actually deduct things that we are currently using, right? What is this? Oh, that's one of the Cyclopedian fortresses. Yeah, that's more or less alright though. Good. Okay, so more troops that are going to be sent eastwards in this case. Right. All of these guys don't cost us really that much. The tanks, of course, are a lot more expensive than that. So we'll need to be slightly careful there. Right, and you guys are up here in McKinney. Okay, let's, well, set you off then. And turn. Influence, yeah, we really need to be a little bit better there. Microbiology research, close to victory in the war. All of these are good things, sure. So your stability is kind of looking fine, but I definitely want the hospital, because that will really stabilize. I mean, that's going to be 80 stability, so at that point we should be really good. And that to me means, I do at one point want to do the symposium, so let's just do that. But we should also continue to expand our research areas now, because now we can. Right, we could build one over here. What's this? This is a commons quarter. That's fine. Yeah, and you now have a lot of stuff to be built first, so that's good too. Come on, you guys... Yeah, well, really, the stability per researcher doesn't really affect you, because we're very dedicatedly not researching this city. So, that's a bit of a no-no. More industry over here, so that we can build wonders in the future. Guess we can do another festival too. More influence. Just let's try to get our influence rolling a little bit. And then I suppose what we could do is... Sure, build one over there. 43? No, 53 is better. Yeah, but we really do need to be careful about stability now. McKinney, you guys are still in the north there. You really haven't set up what you need to be. I think we could go for another commercial area here, actually. So let's try to build up some of these things. A lot of stability would also be welcome. You don't have any harbors here? Well, we do need a harbor, I think, just for completeness sake. Now I do want to build it here, not there, because that's going to be generating a little bit more adjacency bonuses. And let's build this. Yeah, that's going to be a couple of things here that you'll need to get. But I think you're going to be alright doing that. Not a festival for more influence. You know what? Let's do yet another one. You have very little influence here anyway, so we could also be thinking about one more of these things for a little bit more influence still. I think they're actually cheaper than the festival, aren't they? Yeah, a lot. And Hattusha. Your stability is starting to look fine too. Let's do build a hospital here for the benefits from that. And then I suppose we can get back to building market quarters. I don't want to build them where I'm losing industry. So let's do build one over there, and we can get one adjacent to that too. Right. Knossos. Yeah, I think researchers, you're going to start having a lot of them. So that's nice. Your food is still looking fantastic, so we don't need to be too concerned about that. Can we be placing more research quarters then? I suppose we can. Just let's expand here to the north. I think that's going to be alright. Can't build anywhere there yet. So that will need to be okay. Yeah. Right, and then we do have an offer here. Okay, you are trying to give up already. Well, that's a bummer. Before they do that, we should try to win enough battles here. Or do we actually want to delay winning the battles? And let's actually decide where exactly the battle would be. So, you landing over here? Okay, yeah, you can actually, for some reason, use that. Let's try to see what they have and whether we can initiate a combat here. Because combat in their territory should be something that we take now, because we can't do that later without another declaration of war, which ultimately, of course, we're going to do. But until that point, we'll be barred from attacking them in their own territory. Now that's only their own territory. Some of this territory will ultimately be ours, but actually this one not, because this is counting towards the city. We really do not have any stake in. Oh, notice that these guys are a lot of ships there. 7 ships. That's a significant threat to my navy up here. Well, that being said, we will need to take this because we cannot cancel that. We actually need to accept the peace deal, which I always kind of hate, but let's simply accept that that is what's going to be happening here. Oh, this is actually asking for too much already. So, where's Harappa actually? Is that Harappa down here? No, that must be Sidon, right? Oh yeah, because we're not occupying that truly. So that should work on the other hand. No, it does not. So we only really can get this territory up here. But we can get it with these 3 territories attached. We cannot get Sidon though. I would love to get Sidon. How about we do not get... Which one is going to be the least important? All of them are important because all of them have a lot of strategic resources. Huh. Especially the marble is something that I do like. Well, okay, if we can't get all things, then we're gonna ask it like such.
And well appreciated. What?
We could have tried to occupy that city, actually. That might have been a little bit better choice. Right, nevertheless, we do now have another city. We will definitely need to get urban planning, because otherwise our stability here is going to look incredibly badly. Let's go for our trusted policy of industry first, science second. You're generating a lot of good things. Your stability is looking fine, even though it doesn't look like that. And we do have this territory all the way up here. Right, what are the things that we want to do over here then? So, there's a path through here, there's a path through there. There are some areas up here. You know what? I do want to build a garrison up there so that it can watch the north there. And then we do need to do a lot of things here in terms of infrastructure, actually. We do have a river here, but that's only a small one. There's a more significant river area up here, so I do guess that artificial reservoirs do make some sense. I do think that all of these things make a lot of sense. So industry per worker, you know what, we might actually want to buy that out. So, yeah, let's buy this. It's only 2,000 gold. Industry per worker. It's probably not going to be that significant, but let's buy it because it's not that expensive. Yeah, this is fairly expensive, but let's buy it anyway, because it's going to allow us to boost the industry here very significantly, so that's nice and pretty good. Right, so what's going to be the next thing here? Let's actually check out what you've got in terms of adjacencies. Well, there are a couple of things here. Stone rings. Well, stone rings we can burn down. A couple of plantations, a couple of research quarters adjacent to these luxury resources. There are 3 districts down there. A lot of research districts up here, actually. And makers' quarters of a sort over here. So that might be a good spot for a makers' quarter, but you don't have that many adjacency bonuses. Yeah, nevertheless, let's do build it up, because I think it's going to take a while and then come into effect really greatly. And 3,800, these things are the same. Yeah, I'm guessing the factory makes a little bit more sense. Could of course try to calculate that, but I think this is going to work out fine. Yeah, right, let's do it. Will you accept this offer? No. We're going to counter, so if you do pay us money, we will, otherwise no. Right, and then we have all of these guys here, which are now out of a job. Let's move you into our terrain. Sort of gather you around here. And I think Ghana is probably going to be the next target here. So let's actually check these guys out and have some of our troops come down in this territory down here, which might actually just want to steal from them. That might be a little bit easier. Speaking of stealing from them, that's of course something that we could do. But not the way that it's set up now. No. This is something that we can steal. So that's actually probably going to be the most important thing to do. Right, let's set you here. You're going to be stationed here for the moment because I don't want to be bothered by you every single turn. Right, and then these tanks, you're fine over here, but let's try to move in to this terrain and steal, just steal it. It's not incredibly worthwhile. Do we want to maybe get something up here? Like, for example, the gemstones? Could be useful. No, but I think the south here might make a little bit more sense. So, yeah. It's going to cost us 900 money. But we'll be able to do it. Okay, you guys get up here. You guys, get down there. Submarine, you can still linger around here and just try to keep an eye on things. I'm guessing that, ooh, they actually took over this terrain there from the unaligned people. Right, speaking of, we could actually split you off and send you guys over here. And that, I think, is a very nice way to set that up. You guys can still not be upgraded into tanks or anything. No. Curious. Right, let's send you down there. And you guys can try to find this group of 7 ships. Well, we have found it, but we can't attack it. Too bad. If they were to move into neutral territory, that would be fantastic. Can't see them doing that for now. By the way, you're feeling sullen. The war support is kind of nifty here. Where exactly are you going? Onto the pearls there, Yeah. Babylon. City of Science. City of Science does mean you're going to be benefiting from this. I think you have enough science quarters for now. Let's do build a garrison somewhere. I actually need vision. Curious that I don't have that. Let's just build it over there, and then we'll be able to build some of the better structures around that. Good. Right, what else? Nupta, you guys currently doing fine. Yeah, you know what? Let's start building this up at some point. We're gonna do another symposium here and another festival. You guys up here, you could be trying to get hold of this, right? There are a lot of research quarters, which would be benefiting us a lot. At least if we were to attach that to another city. This way we'd be pretty much only getting some gemstones. Which isn't a terrible idea. Okay, let's move you down here. Okay, we can't because the other guy is doing that already. Fine. Oh, look at these guys. Warriors. Warriors. Why on earth do you have warriors here? Okay, guys, by the way, we're now at war. Bam. So you think you can run away from us? It's a surprise for you. You can't. Right, so let's find out where their district is. We'll need to find that at some point to actually take that over. And then we've got this city over here, which I suppose we do need some infantry to actually cover that, right? So that might have been a slight mistake there. Let's do get you onto this river tile. They still got a lot of the immortals, which I think are the ancient Persians, which, not great for us, but what can we do? Right, you guys do get over here. No vision of their structure there yet. You guys are just going to be based here. Oh, and then we do have the tanks. Now the tanks should be able to get over here, right? And I think we have witnessed that the tanks can actually fight in these sort of sieges. The only disadvantage here... Oh, they are attacking us. Well, my friends, that's a curious idea. We are going to be using our tanks mostly on the tiles that are not a river tile. And the deployment here, and we're now going to assault our tanks. Just like that. They're not even getting close to there. They're just going to be shot in the face. Right, of course, now we have the problem here with the river tiles. There we go. Victory. That's actually their city done for. We'll probably need to grab it, but then we'll need to burn it down, actually. Shall we grab it thereafter? I don't think we need to, because there's absolutely no benefit in this terrain. There's only the pearls, which are nice, but we don't really require the pearls. Right, you know what? You can stay over here. You guys are down here. Well, you'll need to come back, I'm afraid. Doesn't make sense to have you around here. And the turn, they're going to give up, and that will only leave the Persians. Population gain, knowledge, urban planning research. That's lovely because the city cab has increased now. So it's not such a big problem anymore. Mechani, you have been building a harbour. Well, that's nice. Let's do build the harbour improvements. We think of building this up to a commercial district, right? So I suppose we should be building a couple of commercial hubs around here. Yeah, let's start out building this and then we're just going to backfill all of that. It's actually going to be completely fast. Hattusha, our other city of gold. Yeah, the police force is going to be ultimately, I think, useful. We don't really need it for now, but it does allow us to build more quarters. Can we build them anywhere where it doesn't cost us anything that we have already placed down? There's no food on this tile, so we can build it up here too. Okay, that's fine. Knossos? Science. You guys were doing science. Well, I suppose what we could do is actually shift the priorities here and just be ready to build out more science over time. We're not building any science infrastructure for now, so that should all be pretty okay. Yeah, let's do it over here. No great benefits doing it down there, so this might be an okay spot. I'm guessing over there too, right? 53. 53 is not great, but it's not bad either. Yeah, there we go. A civics backlash. Ooh, interesting. So we can replace things now. So army conscription. I think we right now have the professional army, right? Professional soldiers. Yes. So I'm sorry that this is going to be a no. Some of these backlashes would be fantastic, but some of them really aren't. So yeah, we're going to ask for both of these territories. And that's going to be that.
Really? It was the only...
You're going to be done for, actually. But we are now, again, pretty much over our city cap. So that does mean we can loot to our heart's content. We could split them off, but I think that would be a little bit too much micro at this point. So let's not. Ooh! Oh, wait a minute. There is this lake over here, which does provide us with extra influence and stability on this city. Yeah, still I don't really think that this is that useful. Right, you guys can't move away from here. You guys, I think you're just gonna stay in this vicinity. Keep an eye on their navy. And you guys can come down. Right, urgent affairs, children's rights. Researcher slot on city or outpost per research quarter or worker slot. Fantastic things. Alas, I can't really afford them. Oh, we can also build the Touch Palace, Touch G. Not a high priority. There, but in Kerma, you guys can support building that, I think, pretty effectively. So that's gonna be cool. Right, let's just try to get all of you on board here. Disembarked. There you go, there you go. There you go. Everyone. Ah, yeah, you're just the ships. Right, okay. You can stay over there. There's no disembarkation point here for them, so you might actually join up back over there. We're in hostile terrain here, so let's try to get onto our terrain. By the way, look at all of these. What are they? Science quarters. Interesting. Right, you can be stationed here. And you know what? You guys just gonna merge up again. Come on, do it. Yeah, and we're going to station all of these people here for the next war to come, which is going to be in not that long. I mean, 19 war support. We're close to be able to getting that. And I think Ghana, you should be vanishing, right? You should be officially dead at this point. That officially means it's only us against these guys over here. Completed. Ghanaians have fallen. That is lovely, and that does mean only one person, only one nation is standing. And it's probably going to take 2 turns, 2 wars or so, to actually be able to get you. But we can actually declare another one right now. And that to me seems like a pretty lovely idea. But you know what? That is going to have to wait until next time. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Do leave a like and everything. And I hope to see you around next time. Bye bye.